I've been on vacation this week, so I haven't I haven't been trading. I've just been looking at charts at the end of the day. So I'll be back to normal on the weekend and I'll do a full update then. I just want to point out a few things. Quite a lot has changed. Some have worked out very well. Some ideas are dead, and some ideas are changed to secondary views. But starting with Aussie New Zealand, this made it down to the bottom of the target area, which was about 106.50, and is reversed very strongly on the 1 hour. There's a 5-wave impulse here. So if we can see a small 3-wave correction into tomorrow to around 10700 or possibly lower, it'll be a good chance to buy for a continued move up. The overall target on this pair remains above 114. So trying to find a low there, and it looks good right now. Not sure what else is on the... This might be breaking out, Euro New Zealand. It's done enough for a 3-wave move right here. The issue is that the move up from here looks corrective too, and the overall decline has been very shallow. We've only had a 38% decline. For wave 2, I would really like to see a continued move down towards the 61.8 or whatever level. So I'm not convinced that this move is done completely, but let's see. I'll have a closer look at the weekend. Now, disappointment in Euro Australian dollar. There has been, it reversed very strongly from the head and shoulders. This I did not see coming, so I'm wondering if we're looking at some kind of low here as well. Maybe some kind of like possibly some kind of leading diagonal, very strange expanding diagonal low possibly. I'm wondering if we're going to see something like that, because on the monthly there is an inverted hammer. I've been looking for one more low which hasn't materialized, but I'll try to go over this more in detail on Sunday, maybe on Saturday. Now, just to look at it, the pairs that have worked very well, which I wish I had had a trade on, was the X Wave here. There was a great close on Monday night, a perfect hammer on the 4-hour chart, on my 4-hour chart right here, which worked out well. If anyone tells you 4-hour candles don't work, well, you should not pay those people money for lessons, because they don't know what they're doing basically with this. So all of the Canadian pairs have been working out higher very well, and I will go over those on the weekends. And finally, Pound New Zealand, there was some news about Brexit, so I've reverted to the secondary view. The larger triangle idea is dead, so I'm now looking at a different view for higher, as I mentioned, for a larger wave 4, which is our backup look. A, triangle for B, and now a 5-wave move for C from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more high for 5, and then I'm still looking down for lower. So that is the current view that I have on cable. Euro dollar still looking a bit higher overall. I'm not really convinced that this is a 5-wave impulse, but let's see. I'll go over this on the weekend. And the other pairs have been working out okay. This is still corrective in Aussie New Zealand, probably a little bit higher on this before reversing. So not too much change there, just the pound took off. Oh, and one other one which disappointed. I thought I had had a high here in Pound New Zealand on the 4-hour. I thought this was a 5-wave impulse down. It blew through. What can you do? It happens sometimes. I'll recount this and look at it on the weekend, but as I mentioned before, the overall wave 4 idea is still valid, because we're looking at larger wave, smaller wave 4, wave 3. So overall, everything's in line. Bitcoin's gone up well. Wheat has reversed well. The trade right now is in Aussie New Zealand to see if this holds here, and the bigger idea is still working off of this 5-wave impulse. This has been a 3-wave correction overall, and if this can hold into tomorrow as a 5-wave impulse here, and we get a small 3-wave correction into 10700, if this holds, if this closes like this today, what typically happens is you get a move back down to like the opening price of the day before, this kind of like double matching point, 10700. And if we can hold there and close higher this week, it will set it up very well on the weekly for a more major reversal. But in any case, I'll work with the local low and the 5-wave move and see if I can get into a correction tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.